Testing, testing, one, two, three. Thanks so much. Give me a thumbs up if we can. I'm seeing the microphone move now, and I wasn't before. I appreciate it. My goodness. So we'll do a 30-second rewind and recap, and let's go back for a second. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Welcome to Fearless Friday. I am your host with the most, and the most fun tech issues, but that's life too, right? What we're going to be doing today, it's part of the Frequency of Abundance group. If you haven't joined us already, go to the LinkedIn. Yes, hallelujah, we've got volume. Okay, go to LinkedIn, type in the Frequency of Abundance, or click on the chat I put in the post to contact me. Reach out so we can say hi, so we can bridge our communities together and have some fun. Reach out on the LinkedIn group, get a chance to take a look at some of these past talks. And we're wrapping up season 1 this weekend. So on Sunday, I'll be going over all of the greatest and latest hits over the last couple dozen episodes. Wow. I can't believe how much time flies when you're doing one a day. It's pretty exciting. So next year in January, we'll be starting off on season 2. In the meantime, all of this will be available in the paid community. Just reach out to me. It's tens of dollars a month. It's nothing. But what we'll give access to is different networking, group coaching, completely different interaction, different people. So very, very select, very mastermind-esque, and very much more access to the resources that you need. The other fun stuff, because we've been doing these every single day, we have access to give you to all of the talks, and there are some cool topics, including today. So I will give you a hint as to what's coming up. Tomorrow is going to be Successful Saturday, the last one of the year, turning challenges into triumphs. Today is Fearless Friday. Taking the leap. Courage in action. Now, if we're going to talk about courage, you can't have courage without fear. I think it's literally by part of the definition. If it's not something that scares you, courage can't exist in that condition. You know what I mean? Like plants need certain things to live. Without that, there is no courage. So fear is a natural part of life. And it warns us of danger, but it also often holds us back from achieving greatness. Today we'll explore how to overcome fear, how to channel courage into action, whether it's starting a new career, or pursuing a passion, or speaking up for what you believe in. You know, taking the leap is an essential step if you wanted to live boldly. And if you're not going to live boldly, what are you doing? We talked about it in another talk, how, you've got these unique fingerprints no one ever has and no one ever will be you. You are the star of your own movie, your life. You're directing it, producing it. Hell, you're writing it while you're starring in it. That is what's going on. So here's where some insights are going to come in. Number one, courage is not a skill. It's not a trait. It's not, I'm born with it. I'm like, this guy, I've developed my courage, honed it over years. It's not reserved for the fearless. It's definitely something that is more skill-based. You can build it over time. And you got to start small, right? So let's say you wanted to make decisions, but you're aware that they're slightly stretching your comfort zone, just a little outside. And then gradually you increase the stakes. So now they're way outside your comfort zone. That's how your courage muscle flexes and develops. If we look at fear as a compass, it's a good gauge. It really does. Tell you if things are on or off. But can we use it as a compass to direct us? So sometimes the thing you fear the most is going to be the thing that is meant for you to do the most. The thing that you fear is the thing you're meant to do. Fear can guide you in that sense, like a compass, and it can guide you towards growth. So yes, away from pain and ouch and danger, sure, but towards identifying areas where you can truly transform. Because you'll go, oh gosh, no, absolutely not. Perfect. Ding, ding, ding. There's your compass. By being able to get over your fear of that, i.e. courage, in action, well then you're going to be able to go, oh, okay. I'm going to identify where I transform from that. And I don't have to run from it anymore. So it's something to guide you as a compass. Fear is powerful that way too. If you want to, let's say, visualize, why is it that a lot of people have that knee-jerk reaction to visualize the worst case scenario? You don't need to visualize it. The universe can provide it. It's done it before. Bad things happen all the time. Good things happen all the time. Weird, right? It depends what you want to focus and point your attention to. So my suggestion, visualize the best case scenario. Instead of obsessing over what could go wrong, just focus on what could go right. Envision the rewards. How are you going to feel once you achieved your goal? Visualize that best case scenario. You'd be amazed how many times it flexes your creativity muscle and something will pop up that wasn't there before that's going to give you, oh, well, I never looked at it that way. And those little moments of insight, those little nuggets of wisdom that are waiting for you to pick them up, you need that safe space. You need that calm time, that calm mind. And then you need it to be calm long enough to allow that to come in. Some people are like, okay, I put on my meditation headband, got my meditation pajamas on, I'm sitting on my meditation pillow. Where's the meditation? Ah, there it is. Okay. Meditating. Good. Feels like about a minute, maybe two. All right, where's nirvana? So you need to hang out for a bit more without the stopwatch. And that's part of it. So visualizing the best case scenario, huge difference in the way that you're going to start to look at things. And the more you look at them that way, the more you'll see them that way, and hence the more they'll be available for you. Thus, they'll be in your advantage, in your wheelhouse of things being magically always working out for you. Boy, am I the luckiest guy on earth, or girl, or anything else. That's the availability difference. Oh, woe is me, I always seem to fall down. Could be true. But I know people that are clumsy that are quite happy and successful. I don't think they focus on their clumsiness. I think they focus on their happiness and their success. Weird, right? They reinforce what they want. They flex that muscle. So, if we want to, let's say, build a support system, and this goes on top of what we've already talked about. We were looking at courage as a skill, not a trait. We're talking about fear as a compass now to guide you to growth. We just talked about visualizing your best case scenario as a new reset, as like a new set of glasses to look at the world through. Always wear those glasses. You'll be amazed what happens when you take them off and you go, oh, this is how I used to look at the world? Yeah, no wonder I kept getting all this crap. As soon as you turn it up, like way up, like to 11, and your positivity hits that level, you can't help but see everything around you through those rose-colored glasses. It's just inevitable. Everybody at that frequency of abundance, they have really sore jaws and cheeks because they're smiling all the time. It's one of the only downsides that I know. And that's one of the fun positivity things too. So if you're looking at ways to come into your own, if you're looking for ways to really push off of the leap, taking that leap, using courage in action. Because yes, courage is, being brave in the face of danger. Okay. But you can't just sit there defiantly being brave. It's like a verb. So we have to do something with the brave. You can't just, that's brave. Check mark. It's a verb. So what are you doing to show that bravery? And so part of being able to do that in the first place is when you build a support system. Really surround yourself with people who inspire you, who also encourage you. Sometimes they're so busy inspiring you because they're like 16 steps ahead of you. Yeah, no kidding. They don't notice and they can't help, and they're probably a little too disconnected. But the people who actually give a crap about you and encourage you, oh wow. Imagine you could start mixing and matching the people who inspire you and the people who encourage you. Imagine it's both the same group. No wrong answers here. It's all good because it's all people, right? And what you get from somebody, you won't get from somebody else. So even if on paper you're here to talk to that person about this thing, meanwhile this person over here has something that could change your life. Leave yourself open, but make sure that you're building a support system. Surround yourself with people who inspire and encourage you. Courage is contagious, so it's neat. It's like love. I'm sure it's like fear and other things, but I don't think about those things, so I don't know. I'm not an expert in those. I do know what it's like that courage is contagious, that hope and bravery, those are contagious. When you see others taking those brave steps, it becomes easier for you to follow suit. So let's look at action breeds confidence, which is kind of neat because sometimes you're like, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I should, I'm not very confident about this idea or this action plan. And then poof, you get pushed off that cliff. And now you're cliff diving, whether you wanted to or not. And that action's going to breed confidence. Often the hardest part is the first step. So taking action, even if it's imperfect, right? Perfect is the enemy of good. And good is always, always better than anything else we can play with. Because good is done. And I'll take done over perfect any day. You know what I mean? It's like that expression where they're like, slow is smooth. And smooth is fast. And it just draws that line. It's a racing expression. But it makes sense. Because if you're smooth and slow, then everything is making sense. It almost moves in a fluid dynamic that's considerably more viscous. You're going through molasses, it's some thick stuff. And things look like they slow down, like when you're in a state of flow. So, going in there, taking that action, even if it's imperfect, knowing that with every step your confidence will grow, the fear diminishes. It's not a vacuum, right? It's like a teeter-totter. You can be almost 99.999% full of the bravery, and you still got a little pinch left of fear up top. You're human, you're alive, you're logical and conscious somewhat. Okay. The other way around, completely fearful. Oh my God, just shaking with the fear. Way up at the top, there's still maybe a 1% hope, glimmer, chance. We need to find that, activate, big that up. So action's going to breed confidence. That hardest part is that first step. Take the action, even if it's imperfect, and know that your confidence is going to grow with every step, and the fear will diminish. It gets replaced. You can't have both at 100% fear and 100% bravery. It doesn't work like that. So when one goes up, the other comes down. What if we wanted to go with a couple quick questions? Things you can ponder and doodle and do on your own. And I invite you again, pop in the chat, share some love, give a high five, tell me any topics you like. Hit me up, you've got my contact information. Let's talk next year. And let's see if we can't get you on a show. Let's see if we can't get a spotlight on you and what you do and what you're up to. Because we're looking to really, really help others. We set this up as a not-for-profit, on a purpose, so that money is no longer the main concern, the main focus, the main driver, or the main indicator of success. Ability to help good people. We serve those that serve others. So if you're doing good work, you're helping others, you need a bigger, brighter spotlight shined on you. Join our invitation-only private community. Say hi. Reach out. Have a one-on-one. Let's see who I know that might be able to swing that boat and get you exactly where you need to get to. Now let's give some more meat on the bones for today. We gave some good insight just now. You have some nuggets of wisdom to play with. Let's get some action items. Let's go. Well, before even the action items, let's ask a couple smart questions if we can. What's one fear that's been holding you back this week specifically? Closing out last of the year, coming up to the holidays, coming up to maybe family time, maybe tension, maybe work time, maybe overtime, maybe no work. Wherever the stress comes from. What's one fear that's been holding you back? Because that fear obviously causes a lot of stress, and sometimes stress can feed the fear. So what's one fear that's been holding you back this week? You feel brave? Pop it in the chat. You want some resolution? Reach out to me and have a one-on-one and we'll discuss it. Another reflection question. What small step can you take today to face that fear? What's the one fear that's been holding you back this entire week? We're now Fearless Friday. Let's get fearless. And what's one small step that you can take today to face that fear? Now, this part sounds cheesy, but it's the part that you need to kind of lean in on the most. After you answer what's one fear that's been holding you back this week, and after you answer what's one small step that I can take today to face that fear, answer, how will your life change if you succeed? And let's make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze. What's the fear? What's the step? What's the change? Let's go with some practical exercises, because goodness knows we've had so much fun when we were doing some of the deep breathings. I remember we went through that Fun in the Sun exercise where we were going, well, the main ones that people were commenting about and having most fun with was when we were doing either the box breathing, where you go 4-4-6. So you'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. And that is a quick reset on your nervous system. Feels nice. Then we talked about the deeper, bigger one. If you need a full, you hit the Control-Alt-Delete and want to really reset. So that one is 4-7-8. For that, it'll be, as always, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. That'll give you a full reset. These will be things that we're also talking on Sunday. So if you pop in on the last recap show of the season, recap show of the year, we're going to be having some fun. And we'll go through a couple cool things because we've had almost 24 episodes. That has been nuts. So yes, it's going to be quite the party. Bring a friend or two, have some fun, show some love, pop in the chat, and let's go to a practical exercise so we can wrap up this morning and let you get back to your Friday. We're going to look at the 5-second rule. No, not that one. If you see it hit the dirty floor, it's dirty. The second it hit the dirty floor, there's no international, universal stopwatch that starts and somebody goes, nope, sorry, that does not count. There's no 5-second rule that way. Talking about a different one. Talking about one that's going to flex your courage muscle. So this 5-second rule is whenever you feel hesitation, count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and act immediately. This simple method interrupts the fear cycle, and it pushes you into action. I want you to figure out a way to give it a try today, over the weekend. Have some fun. This is Fearless Friday. Empower yourself. The episode's literally leaping into courage. We're talking about bravery. We're talking about taking the leap, courage and action. Take some action. So whenever you feel hesitation, count back from 5 and then act immediately. And let me know how that goes. I want to hear some cool stories. Next month, next year, next season is going to be amazing. Now, I will close with this as a final thought for y'all. Just remember that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. So even though you have the fear, you're still going to act. That's courageous. Remember, every great achievement's going to begin with a leap of faith. It's not a little shuffle of faith. It's not a baby step or a saunter of faith. It's a leap. You need to jump. You need to jump so far that you're not 110% sure you're going to make it. Hence the faith part. The leap part is to impress upon you that it's a big deal. So if courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. And every great achievement is going to begin with a leap of faith. Today, I invite you to dare to leap. Today. Leaping into action, courage in action. Dare to leap today. You never know where you might land. I've been very excited to be here, wrapping up season 1, and we will get everybody access to over. Take a look on the chat there. You have access to us so that you're on the Frequency of Abundance group. Come and join us. It's a wonderful community. There's a couple hundred of us over on the LinkedIn. It's a free community. Access past talks, have some fun, intermingle, talk amongst yourselves. And then at the same time, there's also there's the paid community. There we're running different events, and we've got different networking, we got group coaching, there's more one-on-one, there's a tide rises all boats mentality where we're all here to help and support each other. And everyone there seems to be a pretty heavy hitter, so it's pretty awesome. You really get to lean on experience, education, expertise, and heart. Just wonderful, wonderful people. That's what's being a blessing, being the host for the Frequency of Abundance, for doing these broadcasts, doing the ability to have the free groups and support that in the paid group. It's tens of dollars a month, but it's the ability for you to be able to get what you need, as you need it, and that changes. Where you are now is not where you were 6 months ago. And with blessings, not even where you're going to be in 6 months from now. I believe in bigger and better, always. So, expand in all ways. Always. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to have so much fun. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Fearless Friday.